with with all the rapping and everything that you got going on, because you basically riding both sides of the fence. You spitting, but at the same time you doing what you doing to survive.
Right.
What age would you say in Southside Baton Rouge, or we'll even take it all the way back to Detroit, that you start getting into trouble with the law?
Oh, I started getting in trouble with the law in the beginning in Detroit. Like I had to went to jail about 2 or 3 times in Detroit, and actually was in a cell because, like, you know, my mom wasn't quick to come pick us up, or didn't have a car, didn't know what jail we was in, or, you know, stuff like that. But it was like my mom taught me how to be a criminal by default. You know, like, you know, stealing buckets of water is still stealing.
That's what it is.
You know, pickpocketing and people is still stealing. You know, like I would go to Hamtramck. We would walk way from wherever we would walk from, sometime from 6 miles, 7 miles, 8 miles, 9 miles, 10 miles Hamtramck. And we would load up garbage bags. And I'd just run out the store with them. And we would do that in 5 or 6 stores, and then we would go home with enough stuff to make everybody, like, I stole for my whole family, like shoes, clothes. Then we'd go to the grocery store. I do the same thing with neck bones and rice and butter. I even stole the onion, you know, like, yeah. I was like, I was family orientated with it, but like I was prone to be a criminal, because like that's the way, that's all it was there. Like, my mom didn't have no help, so she had to do what she had to do, had to get it how she had to get it. Like, and the one time I was with my dad, and he took me to the store and he stole, and he told me to steal, and I got caught and he got away, but that was the plan, you know. So my dad took a little kid's shoes off his feet and said he was doing it for me. I baited the little kid in, like, you know, come play with me. And he took his shoes. They was Jordan #1s.
Yeah.
And that's when they first came out, and he took them, and I didn't know, you know, I was just so happy. And he took them and sold them and bought me some shit stompers. And in Detroit, you know, shit stompers, you don't even got to walk. He was just dragging me all the way through, you know, the General Motors plant, through the list cuts. Yeah. And I was like, that's crazy, because at the end of the day, a nigga shot him in his ass.
Damn.
Like, all this happened in one day. We stole, we went to a pit, we went to a park where they had children, like, I don't know if it was YMCA or whatever, but he ended up going in the ladies over the children's purse, and then taking the little guy's shoes, and then selling them, and then trying to please me with these shit stompers, and then after we walked so far, he ended up getting a bike because he had a few shares from selling the shoes. And I guess he went, after he got high, he tried to jack somebody, and I'm on the handlebars, and when the nigga shot him in his ass, I'm on the handlebars.
Damn.
And it's crazy because I felt nothing. Like, when he got shot in the ass, he hopped off the bike. And I felt the jet, yeah, but the bike was still going. And it was like this 10 speed. So these some funny made to the front handlebar.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I'm like a little guy, so I'm fitting right in there. So, you know, like, the bike basically fell. I was scared to death. I jumped up, ran in somebody's house, and they took me home. Like, that's when the code came in right there. Whenever that happened, because all I knew was, I was thinking about was, you know, is my daddy all right? And, you know, police and ambulance and, you know, emergency stuff like that. And I want to say the ambulance came, but they didn't want me back on the scene at all. Like, whoever house I ran in, they just you just calm. I remember them, just, you be still, you be calm, you don't say nothing, boom, 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 boom. And I end up getting back to my mom some kind of way, and I probably was the last time I saw my dad.